I tell you 8 things a man should never do with a woman. Never, ever. Listen, my son, be sure you don't make those mistakes. Are you a boy or a man? Number 1, never tell a woman your problems. Listen, a lot of guys think being vulnerable will get a woman to want to be with you. It's wrong and pathetic. A queen always wants a king who can protect her, not some wimpy guy who can't handle his business. She'll try to force you to talk about your problems. Don't fall for it because it's a trap. Women have a lot of options that they test all to choose the best man. Women are hypergamous. They want the top man, the stronger and more powerful. Beware. She tests you to see if you're better than the rest of the guys in her DMS, or if you're a simp just like the rest. Don't tell her everything. It's fine talking about something, but too much makes you look weak and less attractive. Instead of telling a woman your problems, wait till you've solved that problem. And the next time you see her, tell her about the problem you had and how you solved it. She will see you as a winner. This is what differentiates a man from a boy. This also works in every other aspect of your life. Don't tell them your plans, show them results. That is how it is done. This way she'll be able to confide in you and see you as a man she can count on when she's in trouble. So that's the first one. Let's move to the next. Number 2, don't agree with everything she says. Listen again, don't agree with everything she says to make her happy and pleased. You will look weak and without personality, and don't accept every offer she makes. Agreeing with everything she says makes her see you as a boy who can't think for himself. And when women see an opening, they make sure to make use of that opportunity. She will use you, beware. The moment women notice this sign of weakness, you get thrown into the friend zone. You become a slave. She'll call you in the middle of the night to drive her home or to the club, ask you to take her shopping, and many other things. When she asks you for a favor, sometimes you need to decline, even though you can help her. She would have solved it anyway if she hadn't met you. Don't fail that test, my son. Be sharp. Number 3, never say sorry while she doesn't deserve. Listen, my son, don't be sorry for no reason. It might sound surprising, but a lot of men over-apologize even when they haven't done anything wrong, which will make you come off as weak and needy. Don't be pathetic. Here's how to swap. I'm sorry with stronger alternatives to keep you looking confident. If you're late, instead of rushing in and apologizing, say, thank you for waiting. Then proceed with the date as if nothing's wrong. You're a busy guy, and a bit of delay is no big deal. If you've made a mistake, don't apologize right away. Instead, say, I get what you mean, and take some time to reflect on her feedback. This shows you're considering her perspective before responding. When you've done something wrong, skip the apology and say, you know what, I'll do better next time. This approach demonstrates that you're committed to improving without appearing weak. By using these phrases, you maintain a dominant and strong presence, showing confidence and control. Number 4, never mistake her kindness for flirting. Listen, women often exhibit kindness because they're naturally more empathetic and social in interactions, not necessarily because they're flirting. Most men misinterpret this kindness as a romantic interest. But there's a simple way to distinguish between the two. Here's a valid method to gauge your interest. I call it the ping-pong approach. Imagine every conversation is like a game of ping-pong. In ping-pong, the ball goes back and forth because players serve and return. Similarly, a good conversation flows with both talking and listening, with questions and responses. When you're talking to a woman, if you're asking all the questions and she's not returning any, it's like playing ping-pong by yourself with the wall. This usually means she's just being polite and not truly interested in you. However, if she's engaging in the conversation, answering your questions, and then tossing questions back to you, that's a sign she's genuinely interested and you're in a dynamic exchange, and it may bring somewhere. Number 5, do not buy her affection. Listen, my son, loyalty and love can't be bought. If you need to spend huge money to make her happy, run away. It's simple. Don't buy things for her or shower her with gifts to win her over. If she's dating you, let it be for who you are, not for what you give. Listen, here's the reality. When you try to win her over with material things, you're setting yourself up for failure. If it works, she's only with you because she's getting things from you, not because she's genuinely interested in you. The value she sees in the relationship becomes the stuff you provide, not the strength of your character or your masculinity. And that's what really attracts, masculinity and charisma, not buying her stuff. Of course, you can buy a girl thing and she might like you more temporarily. She might spend more time with you because she's getting something out of it, but remember, it's not real, it's not authentic. Relying on this is harmful, not only to your wallet, but to your self-worth. Eventually you'll realize, or worse, start questioning if she even likes you for who you are, or just for what you give her. Moreover, trying too hard by constantly giving her things or paying for everything can backfire. She might see through it, realizing you're compensating for something. She might think you don't see your own value, so if she is a strong and smart woman, she will see this as weakness, and that could cause her to walk away from you. Avoid this at all costs. Show your worth through your actions, your confidence, and your character, not through material gifts. Number 6, never use offensive language around her. You want to seem like a king or like a peasant. Research shows that swearing for no reason doesn't show intelligence, and it turns off women. In fact, they generally find men who swear less attractive and less intelligent. So even though swearing isn't a sign of low IQ, it can hurt your appeal. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that you can't ever say any bad word. You're a man, not a pussy. Here's a breakdown to keep in mind. Mild swear words. These have minimal impact and are usually safe to use. Medium swear words, these are okay in moderation, but overusing them, especially around women, can affect how you're perceived. Avoid major swear words when you're with her. Keeping it clean will help you come across as more respectful and appealing, in full control of your emotions and feelings. Number 7, never fake it to seem smarter than you are. No one can know everything. When you're asked about something you don't know, don't try to bluff your way through it. Most guys will act like they know everything just to look good. But all it does is make them seem less intelligent, especially to women. Instead, be straightforward with 3 simple words. I don't know. That is a sign of intellectual humility. Acknowledging you don't have all the answers and being cool with that. It actually shows high intelligence. Next time you're in that spot, just say, I don't know, can you fill me in? It'll make you come across as smarter and keep the conversation going. Number 8, don't get in a rush to speed up the relationship. Listen, my son, don't rush things. Don't become her boyfriend until you've known her for at least 6 months. Don't rush into a commitment if you've only been seeing her for a short time, because you need time to really understand who she is. In the beginning, you're in the honeymoon phase. Everything feels intense and you might think she's the one. But if you commit too quickly, you risk discovering down the road that she's not the right match. And that's a mess you want to avoid. Take at least 6 months to truly get to know her. Spend time together and see her in different situations. In the early stages, you're only seeing her best side, and that might not reflect her true self. Instead, as time goes on, you'll get a clearer picture of who she really is. If after 6 months you find you're a good match, then you can move forward in the relationship. During those months, you're not locked into exclusivity, so you're free to explore your options. There's no need to rush. Take the time to build a solid foundation before making any commitments. Remember, it's better to stay alone than to fit in a toxic relationship. Never do these 8 things and your success with women will skyrocket. I have some videos rolling out soon. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and be sure to subscribe.